kudos to you for being able to have the strength to figure out, what is this? What do I need to identify and figure out how to move forward and how to adapt? Because life in general, you already have to adapt to so many things that you cannot
Yeah.
control. And now you're just like, all right, let's just add it to the list. Fuck. But I'm
Yeah.
just so like, I'm curious too, because, and I've talked extensively with other partners that I've had in the past and with my fiance about the progression of the menstrual cycle, right? So when you first started off in like your beginning process with puberty and then to where you are now, is there an acceleration at a certain point in time, or does it start there at the very beginning and then just kind of work its way up, or how did that plan out?
It's different for everyone. For
Mm-hmm.
me, it didn't start happening until I was probably 20 or 21 that
Mm.
I was noticing it. So, and that, I started my period when I was like probably 13 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that's a huge gap
Yeah.
of time where you think, oh, I'm good.
Right.
You just have to deal with the bloating and the cravings. But yeah, this came out a lot later in life for me. And I was just kind of taken aback and completely just unaware that that was even a thing. It was never talked about in schools. It was never talked about even going to the doctor, like, hey, this is something you should be aware of. I really did not even know it existed until I got the diagnosis.
So yeah, and so that's interesting. And then I want to kind of like, this question is coming directly from something that I saw in the film, that I was like, do you have the opposite side? You said you have the guys that are like, thanks for being upfront, but I'm out of here. Fuck that, like kind of a thing. Did you ever experience where the guy was the complete opposite and too overbearing, too caring, trying to figure out how to take care of you and what he can do, and then questioning all the time whether he was doing something wrong? Because I would imagine that that's probably just as annoying as the guy that can't accept it, right? Right? Like, sometimes I just need my fucking space, back off, like, kind of a thing. Did you experience that as well?
I've experienced the guys that are like giving me boxes of chocolates and, tampons and thinking, oh, this is going to help everything. And it's like, that's sweet, but that's really not how it works. Because I really, in that moment, I don't know what I want. Sometimes I do want space. Sometimes I want someone right there. So it's really hard. There's no right way to handle it and to go about it. But I prefer that over like the other extreme. So I'm like, okay, pick your poison, but I have experienced that. Yeah. And it's cute and it's endearing, but it's like, dude, that's no.
Yeah. I think the most important thing though is that when you're upfront, right? You lay this out. If you're getting into a relationship, you're like, here's the whole ball. Here's what you're getting. I think that's so critically important, because I think sometimes, especially since this disorder does cause things like anxiety and the depression and the different types of mood swings and different things, I feel like a lot of people might be ashamed of that and try to hide it, as opposed to, hey, this is what I got, here it is, kind of a thing. So kudos to you for not going the other direction and being shamed by it and trying to hide it, because I think that would bring about even more problems, trying to go into a relationship where you're trying to hide and you don't disclose what's wrong and what's going on.